Welcome to the Bass Base. My name is Joscha David, and next to me is sitting the wonderful RAYNE. Who are you?
That's so... it's hard. There's not one word. I guess I'm also just a person like anybody else.
And you're a very talented singer.
All the stars could shine for you, and you'd still tell yourself it can be true. The night keeps me blue, thinking of you.
How are you doing, RAYNE?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm great. I'm now better, for sure. So we're today in the basement of this club, which we're using for a location for an event called Speech for Bass. And Depute is organizing it, which is a fashion label. So my first question to you would be, how did they find you?
I actually met Emmanuel, I think over a year ago. I performed at his first event, 1 Minute for Art. I met him through a couple other people, you know, Berlin. Everybody kind of knows everybody. Yeah.
Great. And what is your relation to fashion in general?
Well, I think fashion is very important, especially for like our day and age. Everybody tries to express themselves in different ways with their makeup, their clothes, their music, their art. It's just kind of another creative outfit for the people to a certain extent.
Well, you look super fresh today. I'm pretty sure I saw your Instagram, and it seems like you look fresh all the time, and you seem to care about the way you look.
Nobody knows behind the scenes. I don't always look like this.
I also saw that you got 2 new tattoos. Do you want to show them to the audience?
Hands, tattoos. Get yourself a piece of art. You won't regret it.
So you have 3 women on your back.
Yeah.
What's the background of that?
Well, I actually saw the design and I thought it was so beautiful. Because, I mean, as a woman, you always want females standing around you. And having support from your friends, especially other females, is very empowering.
Cool. Well, I really like your tattoos. I think they're very unique. Did you draw them yourselves? Because you have a page called RAYNE Painting.
Yeah.
But I don't know, you don't have a RAYNE draws.
Well, RAYNE Paints I actually just started because I'm working on a really big Leinwand, like a huge portrait of myself, and I was like, it's kind of cool to have like a separate kind of journal for like this and this and this kind of organization for me. I did draw one of my own tattoos, which is like over here, it's kind of a face, but the one on the back I wanted her design because she's amazing.
That's great. I think you're an artist in its fullest, so you try to express yourself through several mediums. You also do photography, or isn't it? But you have RAYNE Films, or is it just films?
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a photographer because there's so many more talented photographers out there. It's more just a journal for myself to like categorize the pictures that I've taken that I think are aesthetically pleasing, then kind of put them out there with my name on them.
So if you don't call yourself a photographer, what would you call yourself? Who are you?
That's so... it's hard. There's not one word. I guess I'm also just a person like anybody else.
Well, you're some living, I guess, and you're a very talented singer. And yeah, you already released a bunch of stuff, which is why we're sitting here today, because you're performing later on. How many songs will you play?
I'm going to be doing my track Whisper and Snowflakes, then a feature track with some of the boys from my collective Earl, and then they're going to be continuing with 3 other tracks, unreleased ones.
So the boys will continue for 3 tracks. Are they here already?
They're upstairs. They just got here late, like always.
How did you meet them? Because as far as I know, Earl was a duo, 2 rappers, which decided at some point to do separate things and to just run the label as Earl.
Yeah. Well, it's a funny story actually. I met Lucas around like 4 or 3 years ago. We were both really young. He was having something with my friend. We like met at a party, the classic. And then a couple years later, we both started making music, and he came up to me and we were like, okay, let's see if this works. Let's see if we're compatible to make music together, and it worked out.
Great. So you released 3 singles, and you released 2 music videos so far, and one is a lyric
just
music.
Basically marketing for the re-release of Whisper over Earl Records.
If I tell you, you tell me what I want to hear. If I tell you, you whisper. If I tell you, you whisper. Stay away, tell me what I want to hear.
But it's a video, isn't it? It doesn't have the same quality in the photography or videography as Snowflakes. Why did you re-release it?
Well, before I was at a distributor that I was not really satisfied with, and I think doing everything over Earl Records is just also a lot more practical.
I saw on Spotify, at least for the track Snowflakes, that you have written it yourself. How about the other two songs?
I write all my lyrics. I don't know, do other people copy lyrics? Is that a thing?
What do you mean?
People have ghostwriters nowadays? Is that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's even common to have like writing teams. So I think especially with records.
Yeah. I think for me, when I started making music, the lyrics were really important in the sense that it was just me getting what I thought and couldn't say really out in a melody.
Well, it sounds great. How did you end up becoming a singer? Because you obviously have that amazing voice. Did you have you been part of a choir or something?
Growing up, my parents always wanted me to play an instrument. Not really my thing. Eventually, I taught myself how to play guitar, but they put me into choir, and they noticed that I really enjoyed it. But I never really like sang at like performances or anything until I released my first single, like late 2018.
What is happening this year in 2020? Today is the 2nd of February 2020. A lot of 2s and 0s in there. I just want to give you a little bit more time to think about it. Do you have something in the pipeline?
Well, I think you should just keep your eyes out. You'll see.
Where can I find you? Of course, we will blend in your Instagram account. What else is out there?
Well, you can find me over the YouTube channel Earl Records, as well as the Earl Records Instagram page, and on Spotify, Apple Music, Shazam even, surprisingly, under RAYNE, RAYNE.
And I can find you in Berlin. What's your area?
Well, currently I'm still living with my mom a little bit outside the city, but I'm moving to Kreuzberg around Mehringdamm with my sister.
So I'm very excited about hearing you playing later on. We will integrate some live performances into the video for Depute. Is there anything you would like to add to the world and to our audience of Bass?
Well, stay aware, stay believing, don't doubt yourself. Yay!
Is there any artists from Berlin that people should check out, according to you?
All of the ones that are performing here tonight.
That's a good answer. So check out all the rest. It was a pleasure talking to you. You will hear some more from Bass soon. Stay tuned. Peace.